Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. My name's Levi McCurdy, and this is episode 87, 88, maybe something like that. We're in that range. We're getting closer and closer, as I say every week, to episode 100. And listen, I bought a case of Bud Light a few weeks back, and Meg's decided that was it. So as you can see now, I'm podcasting and recording from the car. So as you can see, I'm not in the studio, no lights, no, fancy editing, no uplights behind me, no 4K camera. I've got, an iPhone 12 Pro Max. How fucking embarrassing. We're on the iPhone 14 now. Friends of mine don't even have the iPhone 12. It's like, we're about to release the iPhone 15, a Pro, Ultra, Max, brand new, whatever iPhone's coming. And it's like, here I am with a regular old iPhone 12. And what's crazy, Justin and I realized, Justin has the iPhone 13, which means my iPhone 12 Pro Max, everything that's inside of it is what's inside of his. So it's just like, I'm basically, the only thing I have left is this recorder, this microphone, this bright orange XLR cable, just a tiny bit of liquid death, and half a can of tea, and some AirPods, my old ass iPhone, and in this car. You can see behind me, I've got a speaker, I've got a box with some power cables in it, and I've got a little beach, trolley, cart, you take it on the beach. I use it to haul my equipment, everything I own, back and forth. Meg's decided, I came home with a case of Budweiser, and Meg's decided that due to their recent marketing and what now they stand for as a company, she decided, well, shit, if that's what he's doing, drinking Budweiser after, the commercial, then I'm out. So Megs has decided that she is an independent woman and that she can just basically raise our son and clean the house and cook dinner and do everything on her own. So she kicked me out. I'm now living in my car, as you can see. And here we are. Life has never been better, and I'll be honest, it's living in my car has taught me a lot. Here's what it's taught me. It's taught me that McDonald's Wi-Fi speeds are better than yours, dude. I know a lot of people that don't get faster speeds than McDonald's Wi-Fi, and I'm talking out in the parking lot, in my car, in my bedroom, in the master suite of my now apartment. I'm getting faster Wi-Fi speeds for free, by the way. And some of them also have plugs outside, so that's great. For free. And you at home are getting 25 megabytes, if not kilobytes, down from whatever internet provider that you can get from where you're from, dude. So, this is how poor I am. I have to drink my tea out of an Etsy Grinch, it's not even Christmas time cup. This is the only cup I own. So this is what I have to drink my liquid death out of. This keeps my liquid death colder longer. You know what I mean? Here's another thing you learn living in your car. You got to download those apps. If you want to save every dollar that you make bootstrapping off of McDonald's and Panera Bread's Wi-Fi all day long, you got to download the apps. Okay, let me wake you up to something real quick in America, because this is, Paul and Brittany didn't know this. People didn't, there's so many people on the planet that didn't know that this was the issue. And that's the fact of the matter, is that you're paying double. You pay double when you just order McDonald's. If you do McDonald's the regular, old-fashioned, go inside, go through the drive-thru, it doesn't matter. If you order McDonald's regular, then you're paying at least double, if not more, than you would pay if you're using the app. Let me explain. Right now in America, the average cost, now this depends. If you go into town a little bit, those McDonald's, you'll save a few bucks. But if you're at a McDonald's 2 seconds away from the highway, good luck. You're paying twice as much. So, or at least 20% more. So if you go to these McDonald's and just order a large fry, you're paying like $3.69 plus tax. A large fry costs you like $4. It's probably more. I'll have the exact cost on the screen. So that's insane, right? But if you use the app, you can get a fry either for free, for $1. You can get a buy one, get one free deal depending on where you are, what time of day it is. The app is where you need to go. Same thing with Wendy's. Hey, you don't even need the app for Wendy's. Listen to this. I went to Wendy's the other day, and when I tell you, I literally ordered a small drink and a small fry. My total was $5.36. For a small drink and a small fry at Wendy's, it was $5.36 when on the same menu, they have a 4 for $4 where you get in the bag a freaking sandwich, a 4-piece chicken nugget, a small fry, and a small drink for $4 and I think like 16 cents or 24 cents. It's less than $5. But for just the drink and fries, you're paying all much more. Those are just some of my fast food, establishment hacks now that Megs kicked me out of the house and I have to live in my car. I mean, obviously, Walmart parking lots are great. They've got outside power that I can just plug into and charge my shit from the window. And there's a whole bunch of other hacks, just like YouTube it. That's all I did, how to live in your car in YouTube. And then, of course, I asked ChatGPT and I gave it the whole thing. I wrote out the thing. I said, I'm a 30-year-old man. This is how much money I have in my account. This is the car. This is how many miles is on it. This is how much stuff I have. This is how much it all weighs. And so ChatGPT gave me exactly how far I should drive and when and how to do it. And basically I'm keeping ChatGPT journal of the stuff that I'm doing. So every time something happens or I spend money or I pop a tire or I drive somewhere, I'm constantly just talking to ChatGPT and it's basically running my life now. I'm still making money. You don't get it twisted just because I live in my car. I only live in my car because I know Megs is going to be done playing silly goose games. In a week or two, she'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Come back. I love you. And so I know that's coming inevitably. Next episode, I'll probably be back in my studio if she doesn't change it to a Cricut or a t-shirt making business up there or a yoga studio. She's always had these jokes oh, when you're gone, I'm going to make this studio and I'm going to take all the podcast equipment out of it. And I'm going to turn it into a yoga studio and a ladies' den. And I'm going to have my Cricut up here and I'm going to make t-shirts all day. And she's going to take over the studio, she thinks. But joke's on her because Liquid Death just launched that sweet, sweet, sweet new neon sign. And Daddy's birthday's coming up and I think we might get it. So, but I mean, all of this to say, I'm working out, living in my car. ChatGPT's helping me. I'm on a budget now. We're only shopping at Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. For groceries, I've got my groceries for the week are right over here. I just got those. And so now we're in a random field. I'm sitting, I parked between two like metal storage containers. There may or may not be like, people who are human trafficked in these things. I don't know, but I'm staring at like two storage containers. I'm on like a dirt road. It was like half a mile back. I didn't see anybody or anything or anyone. So I just kind of parked back here. I'm usually pretty good at like scoping out like where the security cameras are and like where I can and can't be. And if I think, I have a pretty good instinct if I feel like people, like some guy with a shotgun's going to come out and like tell me to get off his land. So I don't think that's happening now. And it's about to like pump. It's about to dump. Like the rain is coming soon to a theater near you. Speaking of theaters, I asked the guys, they released Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey in the UK on like DVD and Blu-ray. Like, I don't know if we're ever going to get it over here because it was a UK thing. And so I asked them on Twitter, I said, hey, like send one our way and we'll review it for the pod. And they didn't respond. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. So we may or may not have a Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey review episode coming soon. If we do, maybe it's a Patreon thing, maybe not, I don't know. We got to do something about that Patreon, but we are excited. I'm excited. I have it. I have a copy of the movie already downloaded 100% legally, of course. And so this is where we're at. I mean, you can see it in the right-hand side of this video. All of my belongings, everything I own is in this car now. Meg's kicked us out. All because I drank one freaking six-pack of Budweiser. I didn't even know what the actual situation was. Like, the actual situation, like, with the whole, like, I don't even know the person's name, I guess, they're trans, whatever. Listen, this whole, like, let's get angry at, or, like, we need to worry about, or, like, when I was in college, and this was like in 2013, okay, I remember, I have a friend, his name is Jesse, okay, and Jesse transitioned. This was like 10 years ago. Like, one year, Jesse was going into the girls' room, and the next year of college, Jesse came to school and was like super ecstatic because his license had an M instead of an F on it, and then he was chilling with us in the dudes' room. We love Jesse, we support Jesse, he's got a wife, he's got a family, like, he's got Pokemon card collection. Like, Jesse's the shit. Like, whatever this whole, like, I don't know, we can't, they put a person, they put a literal human being, a picture of a human being on a Bud Light can, and so now we've got, like, what, Kid Rock and everyone else from the fucking trailer park with their fucking AR-15s that it's their goddamn right to own, shooting up the Bud Light cans and whatever. And then, of course, it's classic. Isn't it classic marketing that when the building is on fire, when your marketing plan that you thought was a slam dunk, listen, when they designed these cans, they thought, look how beautiful these cans are. These cans are amazing. These are going to go it's going to go bananas. Then we're going to get the person to promote it. We're going to put the thing. I'll have the person's name. I'm a terrible, it's not because I don't, whatever. I just don't know the name. I'll get the name of who they hired and how amazing of a job that they did for the whole campaign on the screen. But, like, it's insane to me that we're up in arms. We've got Kid Rock and the likes of, Joe Exotic and all of his friends blowing up Bud Light cans because, they're quote unquote part of the LGBTQA plus community now. And it's like, hey man, did you guys miss the boat? Because I'm pretty sure every year, Gay Pride Month, Budweiser, Adidas, Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, every brand, Liquid Death, this podcast, your mom, your sister, every small business, anyone who wants to make $1 in the month of like June and July, they've got rainbow logos all over their social media pages. So what's fascinating to me is that that's been a trend. Making your logo on social media and wherever else you put it, a rainbow for Pride Month has been a trend that everyone's just okay and on board with. But as soon as Budweiser hires a person from the same community like for their marketing and the can design and whatever, like here we are, we're being inclusive, we love this person, it's great, it's here, we look at this can, it's amazing, we're hating them and we're blowing them up. And so now that the marketing department is literally and metaphorically on fire, Budweiser decides that they're going to retaliate. They're just going to fix it all by just taking back what they said. Hey, they said, oops. They were like, hey guys, we made an oopsie. They said, listen, we made a little bit of an oopsie. We thought hiring the dude. Listen, we read Levi's article that he posted on pixelandhammer.com about hiring social media influencers for your business. And they took it to heart and they hired one, and they hired, I guess, the wrong one for their audience. They didn't read the last paragraph that says if you're going to hire a social media influencer for your business to represent your brand, you need to make sure that your audience and the influencer and their values and everything that they cherish and everything and what they do and everything else, blah, 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 align. And so Budweiser didn't read that last paragraph, and so unfortunately it backfired. And so now what are we doing? We're making commercial. I'll have it on the screen. There's no way we'll get flagged for having the video on the screen because it's literally just stock footage of the following topics: Clydesdales and other horses, farmland, pickup trucks, and farmers themselves, #America. And that's like what the new they released the most America old school 1985 marketing video commercial that Budweiser could release to try to just sweep all that transgender news. Let's just sweep it under the rug. Let's just take that broom. Let's just let that janitor clean it up. Can we get the janitor in here, please, to clean up this marketing mess that we have created? I mean, we've got a new video now. We purchased just a few stock videos. Listen, we took a page out of Ryan Reynolds' book and we purchased a few stock videos from our friends at stockvideo.com. I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but I just made it up. And so they helped us out. We got the Clydesdales, we got the trucks, we got the farmers, we got the land. We've got America's brand back. We can buy Bud Light again. And it's crazy. I'll put another photo on the screen and send it to Paul. It's someone selling it on Facebook Marketplace, and I should have jumped on this, but it was a can of Bud Light before it was gay. And it's selling for $49, and I hope someone buys it. If someone doesn't, I might, if enough of you go to patreon.com/whatarewedoing. And so, now obviously we'll use that money to probably, purchase a hotel room or give money to a friend to sleep on the couch for an evening. But nonetheless, that money will, of course, help us, in our journey to purchase that pre-commercial Bud Light can. And I myself couldn't be more excited. So that's what's going on in America this week. Last week was, as I mentioned, my sister's birthday. And it was great. It was on a Friday. And listen, what do you do when you turn 29? You go to the club. So we all met at the club. We had t-shirt time at around 10 p.m. And at around 11 p.m., we showed up to the club and we took shots of vodka, shots of tequila, shots of, I don't even know what. John was ordering like dirty Girl Scout shots. I was getting car bombs. I was getting vodka Red Bulls. We got bottles. We got service. They had the big sign with the flamethrowers on it with the sparklers that said like "Happy Birthday, Morgan." We shut down the city. It was the biggest 29th birthday party you've ever seen in a 4-city block of Pennsylvania. We had the biggest DJ there, aka me, playing hits all night. We were taking shots. People were firing off confetti cannons. We had glitter cannons for Sandy Dunkel. It was the craziest, wildest party. When I tell you, I've never planned and experienced a party like this one before. I mean, like, so my sister, she's never had a party, right? Like, growing up, we never had the Sweet 16s. We never had the 13th. Like, our parents got us, like, they helped us pay for, like, a car or whatever, but that was it because then we couldn't pay for the party kind of thing. Like, it is what it is, but we never got, like, the big extravaganza blowout. Now, when I was 21, Mom and John took me to Las Vegas. We did drink a little. We gambled a smidge. Like, I gambled, like, one time. Like, I had $20, then I turned it into 40, then I turned it into 60, then it went back down to 20, then I turned it into 80, then I lost it all. And I looked around and I said, hey man, what's the point of this? So I didn't do that ever again. And so we walked around, we did the rides, like we went up to the Stratosphere, we saw the Chris Angel show, I did Magic for Strangers on the Streets, yes, it's true. And it's, like we did that for my 21st. I think Mom took Morgan somewhere for her 21st, whatever. But, dude, so as soon as, we turned 29, we shut down the club. So we rented out the whole thing. We invited all 350 of my sister's Facebook friends. They all came through. I'm talking freaking like Jessica, Miranda, Allie, Christina, Meg, Sandy, John, Jeff, Jacob, Jingle, Heimer, Schmidt. They were all there. Like, everyone came through. Like, big names like Anthony, Jackson, Ollivander, Hudson came. My boy Jay came. My friend Carlos, James, Jeff, Justin. A lot of J names came to this party. It's fine. She mainly has guy friends that are named Jay. She has a wife. It's okay. Like, don't worry about it. She's on the other side. So a lot of guys with J names came to the party, and we just shut it down. You know what I mean? We rented the club, and it was great. It was a great time for everybody, and I think everyone's going to remember it. Unfortunately, so that was the plan, though. That was the plan. We were going to shut down the club and rent it out and have all those people come, but instead, not enough of you went to patreon.com/what are we doing, so we had to go to Dairy Queen instead. And like I said last week, we can't afford the $3 Blizzard, so we all had to download the app and get the 85-cent Blizzard promotion. Now, some of us in the group, aka Sandy, shut down the Dairy Queen, and I'll tell you how. Sandy doesn't know how to use technology. And you know who else doesn't know how to use technology? The little girl working behind the counter. Okay? We're all ready. Okay? We're the 29, 30, 31-year-olds in line behind Sandy Dunkel, ready with our app. We've got the barcode up for her to scan. It's simple. It's simple, folks. You know how the apps work. We talked about it in the beginning of the episode. You download the app, you click on the offers tab, it says right there, introductory offer, 85-cent Blizzard, click on it, and guess what? A barcode comes up, and guess what you're going to do with that barcode? You're probably going to give it to the cashier to scan to make the computer say it's only 85 cents. It's easy. But Sandy unfortunately had problems, so we had to wait. And of course, because Sandy, she had to be first. So Sandy went up to the line. She had to be first. She wanted her, brownie batter. First of all, there's two types of Blizzards at Dairy Queen. There's the classic list, and then there's the signature collection. And the signature collection involves like Cheesecake Factory cheesecake and like mega super duper brownie batter mix, because they put so much brownies in it. It's an extra $1 and it's super duper on the special menu. Those Blizzards were not included in the 85-cent promo. You had to get a regular one, okay? Didn't matter what size. Mini, small, medium, large, whatever. It's 85 cents for you. So Sandy, who doesn't even have her barcode up on her app, doesn't know what's going on, walks up to the cash register, says, I want the super special signature super duper sauce Blizzard for 85 cents, please. And the little girl behind the counter goes, well, first of all, I don't think you can get that one with the promo. And she's like, you can get this one. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's on the regular list. That'll work. And so Sandy's like, yeah, bet. Let's do that. And so she's like, I don't know how to do the promo. You need the app. And then the little girl behind the counter, get ready for this. She just straight up lied to my mother. Okay? Now listen, I'm allowed to lie to my mother. There's a few other people on the planet that are allowed to lie to mom. But like, if you lie to Sandy Dunkel, it's a no-no and I'm stepping in. So I'm like, hey, lady, nuh-uh. This lady lied. She said, oh, you have to wait 24 hours before signing up and downloading the app for the offer to kick in. Well, guess what? I signed up for it 20 minutes ago, and I've got my barcode offer ready to go right here. So as soon as Sandy turns around, she's like, oh, guys, we can't do it. I got to pay full price because it hasn't been 24 hours yet, and they haven't activated my account. And I said, hey, Mom, no, that's not right. It's bullshit. Click right here, Mom. I know how to use the app better than the Dairy Queen employee. So clearly there was no training on the promotion going on at DQHQ. And so Sandy finally gets her Blizzard for 85 cents, and they finally figure it out 20 minutes later. Meanwhile, we got there at 7 o'clock. No one checked to see what time they closed. And so this DQ on a Friday night, I don't know how or why, but they are only open till 8 p.m. They're still operating, I think, on COVID hours. Like, that's a straight up 8 p.m. on a Friday night is a straight up COVID hour situation. So there's not really much else going on at this Dairy Queen. When we arrived, we were the only ones there at 7 o'clock. Sandy's whole app 85 cents shenanigan debacle, that took 20 minutes. And so by the time she's done ordering, there's a line of 6 other people and kids behind us, to the point where once she's done ordering her Blizzard, she then decides, oh, wait a minute, I think I want the little pretzel bites with the cheese sauce dip. Because, you know, some Dairy Queens now have air fryers and they just throw some frozen food in the air fryer and charge you twice as much as they paid for it at the grocery store. So that's like the food that Dairy Queen has to offer. You know what I mean? And that's so Sandy thought she wanted some soft pretzel sticks for the table. And, you know, you could get a 3 count or a 6 count. And what's hilarious is when the cashier said, I need an order of pretzel sticks, the girl in the back went, because it was clear that no one there has ever made actual food before. Like, every employee at that Dairy Queen, literally in their entire Dairy Queen career, has only ever made ice cream. And so when Sandy Dunkel comes in, first of all, being complicated with the Blizzard selection, being complicated with the app promotion, Chippy behind the counter got a strike because she didn't know what was going on either. And then Sandy throws into the mix that she wants some pretzel sticks with some cheese dip. No one knows how to make it. It takes 20 minutes just to get her stuff out. That's not to mention the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other Blizzards and 6 other people of our group alone that we all walked in with that have to order their 85-cent Blizzards. So when I tell you we went in and literally shut down a Dairy Queen, by the time our group, not to mention the 6 other families that came in behind us, while we were done ordering, the other employees in the back were locking the front door because it was theoretically time for them to close up shop for the night. But instead, we've got Sandy Dunkel out there waiting around with an 85-cent coupon, trying to figure it out. 24 hours, who knows? I don't know. And then it just took another 20 minutes to get all of our Blizzards, everything else. God forbid, they have a drive-through. Who knew Dairy Queen, by the way? Well, I guess most of them do now, huh? I guess they do, yeah. Most Dairy Queens do have drive-thrus. We should have went through the drive-thru. I think going inside is what really just kind of took these people for a ride of a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that just, when you go, you think, okay, it's going to be easy. We're going to get the app. We're going to get the thing. We're going to use the code. We're going to get the Blizzard for 85 cents, and it's going to be done quick. They have the Blizzard. By the time you're done paying, it's already up. People know what they're doing. They know how to do their jobs. But instead, we've got a mixture of my mother who doesn't know how to use technology, the 17-year-old behind the counter who also doesn't know how to use technology or do her job, and a line of people behind us. And it's one of the most stressful and anxiety-driven things on the planet. So eventually we all got our ice cream, and it was fun. And we all got our 85-cent blizzards, except for Mom. I'm pretty sure she did still have to pay. Somehow she paid full price. I don't know how. Maybe not. I'm not even sure what happened. I think I blacked out because immediately after we got done ordering, I think Miranda or someone else we were with needed to use the restroom. And it was once again in 2023, one of those situations where you need a freaking key to get into the bathroom. Like, my friend was literally going around the corner to the bathroom, and the employee was like, wait a minute, you need a key. And she pulls out 2 keys, one for the boys' room, one for the girls' room, as if it's 2023 and that matters. So it's like, what are we doing? Like, why don't we trust, like, what has happened? Like, what happened in a business to the point where the owner or the manager came in and said, look, we've had some issues with people coming in left and right, destroying shit, stealing shit, whatever shit, shitting on the walls, like taking all the water out of the toilets, putting shitting in the tank. Like, we've had so many issues. It's to the point now, Karen, where we have to lock the bathroom doors. So if I find out that the bathroom doors have not been locked on your shift, you will be written up. And so here's the keys. They're on these 2 huge chunks of wood. I've sanded them down and I've painted them. Don't worry. I painted this one pink and this one blue. Guess which one the blue one's for? And so, like, what I just need to know because it's like, where, like, what I literally, because, okay, so our son, because of, his neurodivergentness and, autism and the world, has to, we take him to McDonald's at least once, if not twice a day. And so we're constantly at McDonald's. And so Ollie's there, and we're just sitting, feeding him chicken nuggets, watching his iPad videos, eating his frickin' french fries, whatever the kid's doing. And we watch people just pull into McDonald's, go in, use the bathroom, and leave. Now, I get it. Some establishments are set up to do that, like McDonald's, gas stations, restaurant, whatever. And like, so I guess to what point, like, did Dairy Queen just have like an odd amount of people just wanting to come in and use the restroom and not buy overpriced ice cream? Like, is there a reason? Like, what reason? Like, and this Dairy Queen, by the way, wasn't just like the only business around. Like, we were in a strip mall. There was, a Chinese place, a tobacco store, a grocery store, two banks. There was like an airport beside us. I mean, restaurants, whatever. Plenty of places. There's a McDonald's in the freaking parking lot. Plenty of places to go to the bathroom. So again, I'm just so very, 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 very curious about what happened to this Dairy Queen to the point that we got to lock the bathroom doors. You don't want your employees going urgently. You don't want your customers going urgently. And I mean, dude, if it's an emergency, what the fuck? Now we got to mess with a key. What if you're not there? What if you've got a line with 6 Sandy Dunkles in it, all wanting to use the app but don't know how to use it? You've got someone trying to get in the bathroom, and then you can't give them the key. You freak out. You jump out the drive-through window, say, I'm never coming back. You take the keys with you. Now we're all screwed. You've got a mom who was trying to get into the bathroom. Her son just shit all over the floor because the door's locked, because the manager/owner doesn't trust the people of New Cumberland to just come in to the Dairy Queen and not order ice cream and only use the bathroom. It's quite an interesting thing that we have set up in our society to the point where, it's just not acceptable. I mean, ever since living in the car, I mean, obviously, shout out to Big Nick on Twitter. I just DM'd him. Hopefully we're going to have Big Nick on here soon. But shout out to Nick on Twitter. He's a fellow podcaster. He just shared a video of a DIY toilet in your car. So now I'm going to set one of those up for less than like $20 because right before I started recording, I mean, I've literally been going to the bathroom in like random, like, construction zone porter potties, McDonald's sheets, like over here in these bushes. I just like took a piss before I started recording. So I mean, it's, you know what I mean? Like it's fine. Like there's still people, like if you, Dairy Queen, by all means, boo, if you lock your doors, I'm gonna find somewhere else to take a piss. But like, man, oh man, are we so uptight in America in 2023 to the point where we have to, have keys for grown adults? Now, I could see if maybe this was a Chuck E. Cheese and like children were just running in left and right to the bathrooms and pissing all over the goddamn wall. Yeah. Lock the bathrooms of Chuck E. Cheese. Speaking of Chuck E. Cheese, Pasquale's, chicken and wings and pizza, you're not fooling anybody. Everyone who's anyone from the 90s knows that Pasquale is the freaking Italian dog guy who makes the pizzas in the singing group animatronics of the Chuck E. Cheese. You DoorDash Ghost Kitchen rebranding box of pizza, not fooling anyone. Chuck E. Cheese on DoorDash, Pasquale's Pizza and Wings. Get the hell out of here. I'm so sick of these DoorDash like ghost kitchens. It's insane. It's insane. Freaking Red Robin has a different ghost kitchen on DoorDash for every category. You want salads? It's a different business from Red Robin on DoorDash. You want chicken sandwiches? It's a completely different business from Red Robin on DoorDash. You want Red Robin? It's a completely different business. You want a different burger? It's a completely different business. Red Robin has like 6 ghost kitchens on DoorDash. It's kind of getting crazy. So
the most important thing we can do right now is focus on the things that we can control. None of us could have predicted COVID. None of us could have predicted supply chain. None of us could have predicted bank failures. But what we can do is stay in front of our customers, provide the best customer service we can, get our orders out our door, treat each other well, be kind, be respectful, focus on the future because it will be bright. It's not good to be in a situation we're in today, but we're not going to be here forever. It is going to get better. So lead by example, treat people well, talk to them, be kind, and get after it. Don't ask about what are we going to do if we don't get a bonus? Get the damn $26 million. Spend your time and your effort thinking about the $26 million we need and not thinking about what you're going to do if we don't get a bonus. All right? Can I get some commitment for that? I would appreciate that. I had an old boss who said to me one time, you can visit Pity City, but you can't live there. So people, leave Pity City. Let's get it done. Thank you. Have a great day.
This woman that you just saw, this CEO, boy, oh boy, is she my new hero. This lady knows how to run a business, okay? I aspire. Listen, everyone else is complaining like, can you believe it? Can you believe this fucking lady? Can you believe this lady? How she treats her employees? She gets on this Zoom call and she's like, hey, listen, I've got some complaints here. Some of them are kind of nasty and I just wanted to address them with all of you now that we're all here on the same call. Yeah, here's the thing. You're not getting bonuses this year, and other than that, that's it. You're not getting bonuses, but I took all the bonus money and gave it to myself. So instead of complaining, here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop complaining, and instead of doing that, we're going to focus on our work and focus how we can be better employees and focus how we can make this company more money so that if, in fact, next year we decide to give you bonuses, we have enough money to do so. Because now that I'm used to a $4 million a year bonus, I'm going to continue taking one. So hopefully next year we double our revenue and we just go from there. We go from there. And I think what you guys need to do is you need to stop complaining. And honestly, that's how I'm running my businesses. I mean, every one of the people who work for me have asked for like more money, raises, whatever. And every time they do, I cut myself another check. And that's how I run my businesses. Every time someone asks me for money, the money they're asking for, I give to myself instead and tell them, no, we don't have it. I need another week. I got to wait. I can't. Sorry. COVID, the economy, the housing market. Sorry, I needed groceries this week. Like whatever the excuse is, I don't give a shit. If someone in my company asks me for a raise or more money, in 2023, what I've done thus far is just give it to myself. And honestly, this lady's smart. And I think, I mean, I commend her. I think she's great. I think she's smart. She's been running this business for over a century, I'm assuming. Like, she's been in this game for so long. If you've been in a business for more than 10 years, you have the audacity to do whatever you want. If you want to give yourself $4 million and the rest of the employees get zero, so be it. Do it. Do it. Who are you? You started working 2 weeks ago? Oh, you started this company 3 months ago? Oh, you just got out of college? Oh, you're 18? Oh, you're 23? You just started working 2 years ago? Oh, you're only 3 years in? Okay, here's a $180 bonus for you. I get $4 million. I've been here for 20. Listen, you people, what you need to do is stop taking your boss and corporate for granted, because it's just, we work hard and, we're pretty much, the boss of the company, and the owners of the company and everyone who you work for is just, a little bit better than you. So as the employee, it is your job to A, not complain when you don't get bonuses. B, especially do not complain when you find out that the bonus money went to the owner and or CEO of the company. Instead, what you need to do is buckle down, put your head down, and figure out what it's going to take for you to one day become the CEO. And then you can get the $4 million bonus. You can get on the Zoom call and tell all your employees they're degenerates. And you can fire whoever you want who speaks out against you and calls you an idiot and, a loser and whatever, and mean words after mean words. This lady obviously got all the mean words said to her. But I mean, it's crazy because I'm on her side. I think, listen, she deserves all 4 million of those dollars. I don't think, now listen, could she, it's a little ridiculous. Like, let's do the math. Could she have, taken $1 million out and divided it up, like $1,000 per employee? Maybe. Yeah, probably. But, what's the point? Like an extra 1,000, that's only going to help for a week's worth of groceries, a few months rent for some people, or, a month's worth of supplies for their child or their baby or whatever it is. Some people just really need, that extra $1,000, but instead of making this temporary happiness, of course, because that's all it is, that's all a bonus check is, instead of making their employees have this temporary happiness of a week or two or whatever, and then it's cool, then the $1,000 is gone, then what? Now you're just back to the same life you were living before. And I think it's great. I think if we give the CEO and the lady in charge $4 million extra dollars, she'll be happier for the whole year. We're going to go back to being the way we were once that $1,000 bonus is spent. So why not just let them keep it? We'll stay miserable, because that week of happiness that we have, that extra $1,000 that we can buy, the video game or the toy or the Funko Pop or the PS5 or whatever it is that we need that extra $1,000 for, vacation or bills or credit cards because we're behind and we're $40,000 in debt and we could just use an extra $1,000 whenever, and it's fine. That will only last for a week. Us middle America in the average range of shit don't, you know what I mean? I'd rather be miserable, you know what I mean? Because here we are miserable, and then boop, we get a bonus. We're happy, 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 happy. Bonus is gone, ms, baseline. And so we're just right here. We're always going to be right here. We're happy a little bit when that bonus comes, but if we don't get that bonus, we're still right here. So we might as well just let them keep it. Let them keep the bonuses. Let them keep the money, and let's just give her next year. Let's give her $5 million. I say next year, what we all do is we also take a pay cut. I think we also take a 10 to 20% pay cut and we just give it to the CEO because they've done so much for us these past few months. They got us through COVID. Look at us. We survived. They definitely didn't take half of our PPP loan money and spend it on themselves either, but it's fine. We still love working for the company. So, I mean, I give this lady a round of applause to have the balls or, just the audacity to do, to get on the Zoom call and address it. And especially in the way she did it, dude, the way she did it. I mean, I've got some concerns. We've got some emails here. People who are concerned with how we handled the bonuses this year. But I think really what we need to, instead of focusing on the fact that we didn't get bonuses, I think what we need to do is really just focus on how we can be better. Okay? Listen, some of you show up here at 7 a.m. Some of you only show up at 7 a.m. And how can we bump that up? How can we make it a 6:30 arrival? Hey, why don't we make our goal for the end of 2023 to show up at 6 a.m. instead of 7? How can we make our clients 10% happier? And if our clients, people, listen, if you're 10% happier because you showed up to work an hour earlier, and statistically, according to statistics, showing up to work at 6 a.m. versus 7 a.m., your adrenaline's already going, you're more inclined to do better work. It's scientifically proven. I'm going to need half of you to show up at 6 now instead of 7. I need a list of people who are willing for the rest of this year, Monday through Friday, mainly, most Saturdays, but not all of them, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I think what we'll also do then is just make it 6 to 6. I think we'll make it 6 to 6 every day, Monday through Friday, and most of you will have to come in on Saturday. But I think if we can do that, that'll give us, on average, an extra 250 hours a week to make our customers, our clients, the heart, the bloodline of this company so much happier, better, and happier and better clients basically equals more money for us, which equals more money for you, which equals more money for me, which equals more money for everyone, which means a happier, better business. Don't you guys want that? So instead of focusing on what happened this year, let's focus on how we can be better next year and through the rest of 2023. And I think once we finally get on track and once you realize that it's a little bit better to be where you are now than where I was, I think you're going to really, 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 really come out on the other end of this and just be really happy and surprised that, here we are. Once again, I'm going to go. I have some shopping to do and the rest of you get back to work. I know it's 4:30 on a Friday, but we've got another hour, maybe 90 minutes left for some of you. So if you could please, let's all disconnect and I'll be looking forward to seeing all of you submit your timesheets and every billable hour that you've had this week on the program. So let's break there, and I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you all bright and early, 6 a.m. Sunday morning. And so that's how we run business here in America because, it makes sense to me. It makes complete sense to me how she does it, and I think I'm definitely making changes. Monday morning, I'm talking to some of my team members, and we're going to make some changes in our businesses because I think it just makes sense. I think every dollar that your employees ask for extra on per their baseline, if it's more than minimum wage, which is $7.25, by the way. So if you're making more than $7.25 an hour in 2023, calm down, okay? If you're making more than $7.25, I walked into a building the other day, it said now hiring $20 an hour. Do the math, people. $20 an hour. Let's say conservatively, that's what? That's $800 a week times 4 is $3,200 a month. Times 10 is 32 plus another 6 is it's almost 40 grand a year. So listen, these people complaining $20 an hour, you'd be lucky. You'd be lucky because guess what? Federal minimum wage is still $7.25. So I'd stop complaining about not receiving a bonus and support and congratulate your leader for making and earning that $4 million bonus that you didn't see any part of. And shut up, put your head down, and do your job. That was the realest. That was the realest bit I think I've ever done on this podcast. And if you think that was serious, and if that's actually how I am as a person, wow. But I mean, the winds are blowing. The rain is about to come down over where I am. I'm in the middle of a field. Hopefully I don't get stuck. I've been stuck in a field of mud before. If you know, you know. And boy, oh boy, I mean, we're here now. So we might be stuck for the evening in this in the middle of this field that I'm parked in. I'm sitting in gravel. I don't know if it's going to get muddy. I'm kind of on a hill and we might slide down. I don't know. But man, this Drake song made waves last weekend, okay? For those of you living under a rock and who haven't heard it, I'm going to play a little bit of it here in a minute. But this Drake song has everyone talking. So basically what happened was some guy, he goes by @Ghostwriter 6 something whatever. I don't know. He just made a TikTok for this. It is what it's not his real name. It's fine. It's a TikTok handle. He's not a real he's nobody. Like, it's not going to be a thing. But this kid, someone, made a TikTok using a Discord server. So a Discord server with a bot that's attached to it has a list. And it has a list of 10 artists. One of them's Drake, one of them's The Weeknd, and 8 other people, right? And the AI bot says, pick one, pick 2, I don't care how many you pick 1 or 2 people, give me a beat, give me some words, and I'll make a bomb-ass song out of it. And so this kid made this AI-generated Drake featuring The Weeknd song, and it blew up. The internet took this music and just blew it up. Now, out the gate, we knew it was AI. Like, everyone was like, check out this AI Drake song. Check out this AI Drake song. In no way did we ever expect like this to be like, oh, like it's actually Drake. Like, we never knew that. That wasn't the point to this. Like, they never came out and said, oh, listen to this new Drake track I just did. You're going to love it. And then later we find out it's fake AI. Like, that was always our impression from the beginning. So once we knew it was AI the whole time, but guess what? The issue is the song slaps. Like, the song's a freaking banger. Like, this song needs to be on Drake's next album, right? And so you have two thoughts here. Once you hear the song, we're going to play it in a second. Once you hear the song, you have 2 trains of thought. You have one, like, wow, are we sure that's not Drake? And I'm 99.9% sure it's not. And 2, is this legal, or what happens next? And so simply the answer to the question is no. The whole thing's not legal at all. Like making a song and now making the song as like for entertainment purposes only, that's fine. We can do that. You can do that all day long. You can make as many Drake songs as you want. You can do that. It's fine. But the issue is when you start uploading it to Spotify and SoundCloud and iTunes and TikTok, and you get tens of millions of views all weekend, and then you start getting paid and ads and things and monetizing off of it, now you've entered the realm of being illegal. And why is that illegal? Because you're using Drake's likeness, his voice, the likeness of his voice, the likeness of his popularity, the whole thing, whatever Drake, everything under the Drake umbrella, you're pretty much stealing. And so basically the record label has come out and said, like, hey, we don't like it. We're taking this shit down. We're suing you. We'll see you in court. And so basically at this point in time, what's going to happen here in the near future is if one of these songs gets as popular, we will then see legal action from the courts. And once we see that, then you know it's a hit. You know what I mean? But they're going to continue serving legal documents to anyone who creates and releases these songs. And now my thing is like, hey, why doesn't Drake just use the tool himself and drop a freaking album every week? And of course, the purists are going to, then it defeats the purpose of the art and the music and everything else that we're doing. And it destroys the originality and blah. And Drake's better than that. And he doesn't need AI to make himself an album. So shit blows up, man. I mean, it went viral. It went crazy because we're still in this infinity of AI, right? Every other day, left and right, a new thing's popping up, a new tool, a new bot, a new this, a new that, a new chat GPT version, whatever it is, we're in it now. Right? Much like we all witnessed the birth and the rise and the fall and the societal impacts and the FTX and whatever of crypto and the NFTs of the world. And I mean, what do you think? What do you think Tai Lopez is doing right now? Right now, what's today? April something. It's April 2023. What do you think Tai Lopez is doing for his NFT collectors right now? You think we're holding good on those promises? You think we're getting dinner and a hotel stay at the Hotel Tai Lopez NFT collectors? You know what I mean? It's so ridiculous to think that, people spent money on it, but they did. And now what's even funnier is the Donald Trump ones are out. Now that all the Donald Trump NFTs are sold out, here's some pictures of some other ones that we didn't cover. When we originally covered the Donald Trump NFT story, it was in its infancy and we only saw the few marketing ones. Look at these horrendous photos. You could buy these for $100 as a Donald Trump NFT, and people did. They sold out. People paid money for these photos. That's the infancy that's the infancy that we're talking. Am I saying that right? Who fucking know? It's whatever, dude. I'm the world's worst podcaster. Shut up. So what we're seeing now with the AI is just the beginnings, right? We don't even get me started on them taking over and the robots and the end of human society and humanity as we know it. Yeah, that's coming. We've got hundreds of years before that happens, I think. Elon Musk thinks it's happening tomorrow, but that man can't even get a rocket off the ground without exploding, let alone what he knows about AI. Hey, 2 weeks ago, the man said, let's slow down. Let's not do AI. AI is dangerous. Let's not do AI. 2 weeks later, we make X.AI a company. He's got his own AI company now, and he basically helped start OpenAI, the thing that runs ChatGPT. So Elon Musk and his whole flippy floppy, I'm for Dogecoin, I'm against Dogecoin, I'm using Bitcoin so you can buy Tesla, you can't buy a Tesla with Bitcoin, back and forth, and the stock prices and the wishy-washy, I'm for AI, I'm against it, who knows, maybe later, I don't know, AI, and now he has his own AI company, and he can't even fly a rocket without an explosion. I mean, Elon Musk is failing, I think, left and right. I'm going to get hate for that in the comments, but dude needs to step away from Twitter and focus on literally anything else. Literally needs to get his mind on anything other than Twitter. And I'm telling you, it'd be a much better planet to live on. So, I mean, we're cruising with the AI, and the Drake song is crazy. So let's take a listen. Let's listen to the Drake song that's been blowing up. Let's listen to this AI Drake song that everyone's talking about. Here it goes. With my woes, I was running through the six with my woes. Oh, shit. Shit's hot. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, I blow this up too. I blow that song up all day long. I'm sharing this right now. Listen, there's a reason this AI Drake song blew up. I can understand. It's Drake. It's his lyrics. It's a instrumental. I was running through the six with my what? You know what I mean? Of course people are sharing it. Of course it's a hit. It's Drake. Anything Drake does is a hit. So I mean, this AI stuff is crazy. This AI stuff is insane. And so, I mean, be on the lookout. We're probably going to get way better songs, way more AI stuff. There's a whole episode of the Joe Rogan podcast of him just talking to someone, and it's just him. It's just AI. It's not him. Joe didn't do any of it. It's an hour and a half. You can do an hour and a half podcast episode with Joe Rogan and someone else, fully AI. No one's in the room. It's crazy. This whole episode is probably AI. I probably used ChatGPT, created an AI bot of myself, used ChatGPT to make the script, put it in another AI program that made the video, that put the script to text. They only had to record 10 words from my voice, and now there's an AI bot of my voice. That's what this episode was. So be on the lookout. I mean, all your podcasters, they're probably AI now. You don't even know if you're listening to a real me or an AI bot of me because of how good it is. So if you can get tricked by a Drake song running through the six with his woes featuring The Weeknd, you can get tricked by anybody. You know what I mean? I heard, listen what I heard I heard Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and Barack Obama playing Call of Duty on Xbox Live on TikTok the other night. Like, you know what I mean? The presidents are just gaming now. Like, the presidents are gaming on Twitch. That's how good the AI is. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Again, if you want to support me and help me get back into my house because Megs kicked me out and now I'm living in my car, go to patreon.com/what are we doing. All of those proceeds go directly to me, the charity of Levi. So patreon.com/what are we doing. You can go to wadpod.com/links. You'll find everything you need to watch us there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, dude. We're growing. I'm getting that 1,000 by my birthday. I've got like a month left. I've got a little under 2 weeks left. It's not even a whole month, but I'm gonna get that 1,000. Best believe you. Go to wadpod.com/YouTube or youtube.com/@whatarewedoing podcast, and that will take you directly to where you need to be. Hit that big red beautiful subscribe button, hit the bell notification, be the first to get episodes. I'm so sorry this week's late. Yesterday I had a dire life-changing business meeting that we had to go to. More news on that coming soon, but basically two things happened. One, I'm sponsoring an entire 3-event long music festival and I'm hosting it. So you'll see me on stage with a DPA mic, aka a microphone that freaking Katy Perry and Beyonce use on stage. So I'll be at their level, if not higher, announcing, doing bits, and it's basically a battle of the bands host situation. It's going to be a blast. More details coming on that soon. And honestly, someone's trying to invest, bro. Someone's trying to invest in one of these businesses. So we might be selling a chunk off, and we might be rolling in it, because you know what it means when they invest. Shark Tank, baby. I want 5% for 500,000. That's how much I'm worth. That's how much I'm probably getting. Be on the lookout. Big news coming. I'm just joking about the last bit, but who knows? We might be on Shark Tank soon. You never know. Might be a situation. This has been another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. My name's Levi McCurdy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully my car doesn't get picked up in this tornado storm. If you can hear it, oh my gosh, it's so windy. A tree almost just fell on the car, dude. I gotta get out of here. It's episode 87. Peace out, everybody. I love you. I'll see you next week. If we're back in the studio, that means Megs loves us again. And we'll see you guys in the next one. I've got guests. I've got so many guests freaking lined up. You're not even gonna imagine. It's gonna be so crazy. I've got so many guests lined up. It's gonna be great. Catch you guys next week.